Hey, welcome to Chad's Beer Reviews. I'd like to welcome any new viewers that came here from my other channel, GeekTube, because I mentioned in my sign-off video last night that I have this whole other beer review channel, and a lot of people didn't seem to know. Anyway, this is a beer I got at Total Wine a week ago. I never heard of this company. Oddside Ales Rye Hipster Brunch Stout. And it says, Imperial Stout brewed with rye malt and aged in rye whiskey barrels with maple syrup, coffee, and bacon, 12% ABV. Where's this brewery out of? Grand Haven, Michigan? So it sounds like they're going for a Founder CBS, because that's what Founder CBS is, Imperial Stout with chocolate and coffee. Although it's aged in maple syrup barrels. It says it was aged in rye whiskey barrels with maple syrup, coffee, and bacon. So does that mean they threw the syrup, coffee, and bacon into the barrels, or it was brewed with those ingredients? How do you brew with bacon? You didn't throw any bacon in there? Is it literally bacon, or is it just like a smoked malt? Because if you're using meat with brewing, it's kind of gross. So I don't know. I mean, hopefully it's as good as it sounds. So you can see, it was actually not like that Oreo cookie crumble dark. I think like Marshall Zukov or regular Goose Island Bourbon County is probably the darkest beer I've ever seen. This was just a pretty dark brown, not much of a foam on there. Yeah, well, I mean, it smells like kind of like your morning coffee, like I guess like a French roast type thing. There is a sweetness, yeah, definitely maple syrup, bacon. I'm getting mostly coffee and maple syrup, like a vanilla flavor. I don't really get barrel. I mean, that vanilla to me, it sounds like some kind of sweetener that was added or something. I mean, that's almost like a chocolate flavor, but it doesn't say chocolate on here. Imperial Stout brewed with rye malt and aged in rye whiskey barrel. Yeah, maple syrup. Okay, so I guess it was aged with coffee, maple syrup, and bacon. For 12%, it does not smell like a super strong beer. It just smells like. Well, they're calling this a brunch stout. I mean, to me, it kind of smells like a pastry stout. So, let's dive in here. Cheers. Well, it's no Founder CBS, I will say that. I get more of like a base. Actually, it's funny because on the aroma, I was saying I'm smelling the coffee and the maple syrup, but on the taste, I'm actually getting a lot of that barrel character. There is a slight spice sensation from the rye. That's what rye is. It's a nice spicy additive. Kind of brings almost, and especially if you use like some noble hops. A lot of noble hops have like that rye peppery character. I definitely can dig that here, and I am getting the whiskey barrel character. That is definitely that vanilla, a little woody. There's kind of a background flavor of like smokiness, but it's not nearly to the intensity of like one of the German smoke beers was called 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓻𝓲𝓷 or whatever that one's called. They're really hard to read labels. So it does seem like a real background note of smoke. So, but to me it doesn't taste like straight up like actual meat bacon. And like the coffee is kind of, I think it's like you got like the spiciness and the rye and the kind of vanilla from the whiskey barrel. A little bit of a smokiness from the bacon, or if they're using smoked malt or something. But that coffee is kind of, all these flavors kind of, combined together. It's hard to pick one out individually. It's like they're all quintuplets, Yeah, like that vanilla. The vanilla is really tasty. It's a nice sweet kind of a dessert sensation. Yeah, this is really good. I'm actually a little surprised. And yeah, it is 12%, so it's pretty impressive fermentation. There's no byproducts here as far as I can tell. It's like a real clean alcohol. It's not burning. And I actually let this can sit out for like probably a half hour, let it warm up. And yeah, so it's just not like, it's like breathing fire or whatever. I wonder how long they aged it. Because it just says aged in rye whiskey barrels, but for 10 minutes or 10 months, By the way, this was canned on October 26th of last year, so wow, it's pretty old. It's what, November, December. Yeah, it's about 8 months old. Is this from 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓻𝓲𝓷? No, this is, I guess that Total Wine in Altamont Springs actually. It was expensive though. I think it was like $7 a can. Yeah, it's pretty tasty, strong beer. It does kind of remind me of like a lot of the up and coming, arbitrarily Imperial pastry stouts that I had got on 𝓑𝓻𝓮 last year and the year before that. It doesn't have that like real like vintage quality of a Founders KBS or CBS or Goose Island Bourbon County or something like that. It just kind of tastes like a new kind of green beer. But even like even on the mouthfeel on here, it's like only like medium tops. It is not thick and syrupy. Well, all right. I think it's more of a medium full body, medium low carbonation. There's like a lingering maple syrup aftertaste. It's like the maple syrup and the natural vanilla flavor from the barrel. Yeah, they combine together. Plus, all that dark malt, you're gonna get like a chocolatey sensation. It definitely finishes way more sweet than dry. Much more. Good dessert beer. It is starting to get a little cloying as it's starting to warm up. I am taking it in fairly small sips. So yeah, it's good. It's not on the level of like the Founders or the Goose Island or something like that. But it is, I will say it is much better than most of those so-called pastry stouts that I've had, especially the ones that are just like, 12% ABV. Like this one, it does not need to be 12% ABV. They could have done this at 9. I don't know why you gotta do that high for. The label's pretty cool though, like the bacon and the coffee. That's pretty funny. Oh, I just got the pun. Rye, like W-R-Y. No, actually, I figured that out when I bought it, but yeah, as far as rating on this one, I give it a solid 4 out of 5. I remember the old days when this was Geek Channel. No, this is Chad's Beer Reviews channel. Wait, am I on the GeekTube channel? I thought I was on. Well, anyway, all right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks for watching. Check me out on Untappd, and I will see you. And on Instagram, I'll see you later.